Hello everyone. So we have reached the layer 4, which is user report automation. And to really frame our conversation here, let's first look at when should you leverage user reporting. Because if you're just doing user reporting, we're putting the onus on players and users to police each other, to do all the heavy lifting. And not only that, we would be putting the onus on them and also exposing them to detrimental high-risk content in the first place, because nothing would be filtered or pre-actioned. So let's follow the order there of the flow, right? You first set up your community guidelines on layer 1. You self-declared, you know exactly what your community is about, your non-negotiables, what you're encouraging and discouraging. Then the second layer was the classification and the filtering. So you have action on the worst of the worst type of content, and also nudged users in a productive direction. That's excellent. The third layer was about user reputation, understanding how user behavior changes, and also not over filtering, right? Just changing the settings on people who are being negative at a certain particular moment, but just temporarily, so you send them on a more positive direction. And then we reach this layer now, which is the user report automation. So let's first consider what is the challenge with user reported automation. After you've done all that awesome stuff, you're left with some type of content. And if we're talking about text, chat, live chat, or comments specifically, we're talking about that gray area, right? Where there's some nuance there and human judgment necessary. And usually you have humans doing that work, moderators looking at user reports and making a determination. The problem with that is a lot of times there are huge volumes of reports. That's the first thing to consider. And a lot of those reports are non-actionable or false reports. Maybe because somebody reported somebody else for saying hello, or maybe because they misunderstood your community guidelines and reported for a non-valid reason, or a reason that you don't have accounted for. So it's really important for you to have a way to triage and prioritize user reports so you can get to the sensitive ones quick, especially things that are super time sensitive, like self-harm and suicide and child grooming and other topics. That was the first point we discussed in the symposium, which is you gotta triage it, you gotta get to the important stuff quickly, right? The second thing is the reasons to report somebody should be directly mapped to your community guidelines. Consistency, users know exactly what they're reporting for, which brings to the next point, which is users know what's needed, they know what's expected and what's next after they report, right? And the next and final point is it's very important for you to also have a way to close the feedback loop. Thanking users for their report when they place it, and then if an action results out of that particular report, let them know. You don't need to provide tons of details. You can just say your report resulted in action that is effectively helping us foster a healthier community here, which is a great way to wrap that up and close that feedback loop. And as a final thought, there is also this concept of what if we can use machine learning, artificial intelligence, to automate a lot of the review based on what moderators consistently do. Because moderators consistently action on things that are, let's say, extreme hate speech and things that are obvious violations of your community guidelines. They always consistently take an action, and maybe it's muting warning, or maybe it's something like suspending an account. If that's the case, machine learning can learn from it and automate those actions, as well as automate the action on the other side, which is to ignore false reports. And there are solutions already out there, like Two-Hat solution, which is predictive moderation to accomplish exactly that. If you want to know more about that, you can definitely check our website or shoot us a message. So thank you so much. The next layer is the final layer, and I look forward to seeing you there.